Welcome to Crimson Guitars, welcome to the 2020 challenge. I'm going to be building a guitar that you designed in 20 hours and 20 minutes. Burn it. Ah, yay! Coffee count. We're at 4. They're getting shakier and shakier as I put them on. Does that mean the caffeine's working? We're back to the 2020 challenge. There's a joke about vision in there somewhere. If I could have seen into the future, I wouldn't have done this. I don't know. Okay, we are at 17 hours, 55 minutes and 24 seconds. It's now 1 o'clock. We stopped for lunch. That's been drying for an hour. Resume. 17:55, 21, 20. It's going. We're fine. So, it's actually quite heavy. All right. If I put that there, it's going to trip somebody up. If I put that there, it's going to trip me up. There we go. So, we have some Padook. I could potentially book match it, but I don't really see much point, except for the fact that I'm just a little bit obsessive with stuff like that. Those are like that. Middle one's the wrong way around. Where is the end? Yeah, it's not quite. No, that's actually it. There we go. And there's a spare chunk there. There's a spare chunk there for funsies later. An Explorer is a somewhat huge instrument. Did you know? So really, what the plan is, I'm going to glue the neck onto a back piece, like that, which is going to have to be done overnight. At the same time, I'm going to construct parts of tops and all of that. Yay, yay, yay. Well, the only way to do it is to do it, isn't it? Really. I don't need that anymore. Oh, I've completely. Oh, I need to design an inlay based on my head tattoos. I'd forgotten about that. So yeah. Whoops. I don't have quite as much time as I thought. 17 hours, 49 minutes, some seconds. Yep, we do have the space. I'm going to keep the outline fairly consistent with the original instrument. What is the thought? What the hell were you thinking, man? There's nothing for it, I just need to joint this. Now I don't want to waste too much material actually. So we've got that. All gone. And that's all gone. And then that should do. This bandsaw not big enough. Who needs a bandsaw when you have a saw? It's the wrong saw, anyway. Okay. I needed 2 clamps ready. I just had an idea. No time. is there time? There's no time. Yeah, so that's where we're at. Okay. Almost good to go. Shooting board. Really rather useful. What? Oh, weird looking grain. Idiota. Nope, that's a terrible joint. What have you done, Ben? It's worse than it was when it came off the planer. Okay, getting that. Install this side now. So essentially, the issue was that I was taking too big of a cut. That is much better. Now, I don't actually have the right clamps up here to do that. That was so scary! All the lights. Okay, that didn't happen. Whatever, hey. Yeah, that's good. I'm happy with that. Do I have a plan yet for the top? I do. Should I do what I was thinking? I probably shouldn't have put my shooting board away. The sacrificial plan. Alright, so I'm going to glue that together. And then these two outer pieces actually don't need to be jointed to anything, so they'll just be excess. Okay, fine, I got it. I understand exactly what I'm doing. There was never any doubt. Never any doubt whatsoever. You doubted me. I doubted me. That's alright. Completely understand. This time, just try not to drop it. So, Duke works really well. Twice in a row I've done that. Okay. Perfect. So we have an invisible joint. 17 hours, 31 minutes, 38 seconds to go. That's to be jointed. That's to be jointed. Well, I suppose. Now, the question is, do I get to pause the timer while I run downstairs to get some clamps? No splinters so far. Yes, is the answer. 17 hours, 31 minutes, 12 seconds to go. I'm going to go and find some clamps. Back in a tick. 17 hours, 31 minutes, and 7 seconds to go. Okay, so I've gone and got these Bessie clamps. Honestly, with a 6mm top like this, in reality, just use tape. We're putting minuscule pressure on here. I'm saying tiny, because really it's just not required. There we go. Okay, perfect. Test clamped. Here's my glue. Okay, don't forget that this whole guitar could be yours. I am giving it away to somebody. It's a competition. Go to crimsonguitars.com and somebody who buys something through the site, guitar building course, a fret rubber, or a guitar, will be in for a chance to win this one as well. Every £10 spent is an entry. Okay. So there we go. That's good. So you saw me put some tape on earlier. All you really need to do is that. If you've got a good joint, on both sides, ding, 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 and the tape will tape it up and you'll be sorted. Now this is the real thing. This whole thing could just fall apart. Let's see if I can move it. Just be gentle. It's all about not twisting. Woohoo. One done. One to go. There we go. Perfection. Ah, I knew it. Bloody knew it. Let's not play around like that. Shh. Okay. So this is where I've now probably not got enough glue on there. So yeah, okay. Please excuse me while I go and have a heart attack just in the corner. So I normally have a third clamp on the top. But I didn't bring that many clamps up with me, and I couldn't be bothered to go back down and get another one. So, quite frankly, my laziness ended up causing a lot of heart attacks. There. Okay. Clean tissue, because that is my drinking water I'm using. This tissue is one of the biggest sellers on our site. It's a heavy duty stuff, and it's surprisingly hard to come by good workshop tissue. Can you believe it? That's fine. That's fine. I'm not going to bother trying to clean the other side up. Where am I? Let's just go gently. Don't mess up, man. Okay, here we go. We're done. It's almost as if I timed it perfectly. Crikey, that was scary. You stay right where you are. 17 hours, 20 minutes to go. We got it going good. I figured out what I want to do as well. And that is a little bit of preparation for the inlay. Okay, So very basically, you guys said custom inlay, and I said, all right, fine, whatever. I secretly hoped that you would choose a custom inlay. And then I asked for suggestions. This is on our Instagram account, at Crimson Guitars. And the suggestions were voted on, or at least were suggested. And the vast majority of you voted for an inlay based on my head tattoos, which is fine. You get to look at them a lot. I don't really. So apparently this new phone doesn't make noises when you really what I look like. Now the nice thing about the tattoo from my point of view is that it's fairly sketchy in the first place. Yes. Having a head tattoo is fairly sketchy as well. I had a rough idea I drew the other day. Just, that's complex. We don't want complex at all. We want something that I can do within a few lines that will give the idea of what I have on my head. Okay, the other option is I cheat. I'm phoning my media department. Sister, you're on camera, although not on speakerphone. Do you have a copy of the sort of the triple moon thing on the front of my head on your computer, per se? Could you print off a bunch for me at, like, where are we? 40 mil? Yeah. Yeah, say between 30 mil and 50, and then we'll go from there. Or even, do between 30 mil and 50 mil, and then do one at 80 and one at 120, and I'll see, maybe we can do something that goes all the way over. And then I'll tell these fantastic people who are watching what it's going to be made out of. Hint. Copper. Cheers, I'll see you in a second. So yeah, we're going to end up with a, it's the triple moon, or the triple goddess, the mother, the maiden, and the crown, on here somewhere, and that's going to be good. Now, it is 2 o'clock, 17 hours, 9 minutes to go. I just wasted a whole 10 minutes playing with that. The fretboard was glued on 12 o'clock exactly, so that's only been curing for 2 hours. We've got that. Let us prepare for a slightly later job. A little bit later, I'm going to need fret wire radius to slightly tighter than 12 inches, I would say. I love that noise. Okay. So that's now ready and prepared. That's drying, that's drying, that's drying. The pickups are currently being made downstairs. There's very, very little that I can do at this stage, except wait. So I'm going to pause this, go make a coffee, of course. And when we've got the printout of that insanity, my questionable life choices, comment below. Yeah. We'll carry on. 17 hours, 6 minutes and 19 seconds to go. So, 5 down, resume. 17 hours, 6 minutes and 17 seconds. Hey. We have this. The question is, do we do one really big one? I think that's pretty cool. An alternative, we just go all out 40 mil at the 12th fret, and we have the whole thing. Unfortunately, that's what we're going to have to do, isn't it? Because it just looks better. Fine. Yeah, I'm going to make it as one whole piece and then etch where the crossovers are. There we go. Yeah, okay, I like that. Let's tidy up a little bit. Where are we? 16 hours, 57 minutes. So, inlay jig. Okay. From the angle, I couldn't see that extra little bit there, and I nearly cut right the way through it. There we go. When you're drilling metal, always wear protection, and also don't drill into your nice inlay jig. That's all good. I'm having fun. My heart hasn't quite stopped beating fast since the whole glue incident, but we're getting there. Just to make the rear of this flat, there's a burr where the drill bit came through. So I'm keeping the inlay supported just off the edge of the jig. So now it's inside. See, my problem is, I'm sitting here doing this. My mind wanders, and I think, do you know what? What would happen if I made these pieces all hollow and we just had the outline of each of the sort of moons? And then I think, do you know what? Don't be daft, man. Our fretboard has been gluing now for 3 hours plus. The tiny glue joints on the tops will also have cured adequately, I suspect, for the top and the back. So we're nearing the point where I get to make sawdust again. Okay. I am happy with that. We are at 16 hours, 29 minutes and 53 seconds left. And I think I might well struggle to fill the time. What do you think? Nice problem to have, yeah? All right, that is good to go. My fretboard, I'd like to leave that to cure for a little bit longer. Headstock cap. I mean, really? So these were cured, these were glued up at 145, and it's only 3:15. So that's what, 6 hours? It's an hour and a half. It's not really enough. Not really enough. Okay. What do you think? So essentially what I think we'll have is this section here, just one step down. So there will be a 6mm drop, and then the second top will be there. But we'll have this section angled so that here there's actually a 12mm or even 20mm drop. So from the side of the guitar, you've got this sort of opening in the side of the guitar that's a sound hole and more. And then potentially we'll cut out that section as well. Potentially, I tell you. Ooh, would that look quite cool? That would look quite cool. We could maybe Who was I kidding? I can always find things to fill my time with. So maybe do something like that. Okay, so then we also have thought of the sides. What do I do about the edge of the guitar? Now I've got these chunks of wood, looking rather lovely, and the thought really was have these as the sides, but not continuously around the edge. Potentially have a side here that stops off and you've got a sound hole across the corner, and you've got one that can't really bend that much. I might have to use a thicker piece of wood and actually chop, maybe just chop and cut the curve in, maybe. So really, sound hole here, we have a supporting structure here, we have a sound hole all there, and we have a supporting structure up to here, potentially. Like so. And then the same thing, we've got sound hole here, or sound port, or whatever you want to call it. That could go through to there. And then you've got another whole big long and what I'm doing is I'm avoiding a load of routing and messing about with routers and doing cavities and all that, and creating something a little bit more interesting. We have because we need some support. So we have a piece of wood there. It joins up to the neck. And then the same thing here. There. I haven't figured out. So yeah. We'll have that screwed down. Screws, screws, screws. And that whole thing will come up, and we won't need to have a backplate on the back at all. Woohoo. The other thought was, of course, I was going to leave one whole side off and just wire it up through the side. But not this time. Side there. And side here. I wonder. Oh, should we try and do something really cool? Where's that piece of... The curves I have are actually too gentle for this. But yeah, essentially, if you do that and then damp it down, you can bend and close that up and end up with some interesting things. But I've just wasted time, so there we go. It has been 16 hours. We've got 16 hours, 17 minutes and 50 seconds to go. That is the end of this episode. In the next one, I am probably going to have another cup of coffee. We are going to talk about the fact that I'm giving this guitar away to one of you guys. Massive sale on Crimson Guitars right now. And I am going to declamp the neck and work on the fretboard. So let the routing commence. Woohoo. Still day one. Okay, let's pause. Paused. 16 minutes. 16 hours, 17 minutes and 18 seconds ago. Maybe it's the coffee. I almost let my mind run away with me there. The coffee. Definitely the coffee.